Not everything deserves your reaction. I know. It feels like it does. Every comment, every message, every little thing people say or do, it pulls at you. Like you have to respond. Like if you stay quiet, you lose. But here's the truth. Most people never realize the strongest people you'll ever meet don't react to everything. And that's exactly why they win. Relatable opening. Think about your day. You wake up, check your phone, and boom, something already bothers you. A message you didn't like, someone ignored you, someone posted something that feels off. Then you go outside, or to work, or school. Someone talks in a tone you don't like. Someone cuts you off. Someone makes a joke that hits a little too deep. And suddenly, your mood changes. Just like that. It's like your peace is controlled by everyone else. You feel it, right? That constant tension, that urge to react, to say something back, to defend yourself, to prove something. And if you don't, it feels like you're weak, like you're letting people win. But here's what nobody tells you. Reacting to everything is exactly what makes you weak. Promise. But it doesn't have to stay this way. There's a different way to live, a calmer way, a stronger way, a way where you don't feel pulled in every direction, where you stay in control, no matter what happens around you. And once you understand this, everything changes. Main content, flowing story. Let me tell you something simple. Your reaction is your power. And every time you react without thinking, you give that power away. Most people don't realize this. They think power means speaking louder, reacting faster, fighting back. But real power, it's quiet. It's controlled. It's steady. There was a guy I knew at work. People would constantly test him. Little comments, sarcastic jokes, sometimes even straight disrespect. Everyone expected him to snap one day, but he didn't. He would just pause, look, and either respond calmly or not respond at all. At first, people thought he was soft, but over time, something strange happened. People stopped messing with him. Why? Because they weren't getting what they wanted. No reaction, no drama, no control over him. And this is where things change. When you stop reacting, people lose their grip on you. But let's be honest, it's not easy. Because reacting feels natural. It feels automatic. Someone says something rude, your body heats up. Your heart beats faster. Your mind starts racing. And before you even think, you respond. That's not strength. That's habit. Here's the truth. You don't react because you're strong. You react because you're triggered. And most people live their whole lives being controlled by their triggers. Think about this. If someone can ruin your mood in seconds, who's really in control? You or them? There's a moment, a very small moment, between what happens and how you respond. Most people never notice it. They skip right past it. But that moment is everything, because inside that moment, you get to choose. Let me tell you a simple story. A guy gets a message late at night. It's rude, disrespectful. He reads it and instantly feels anger. His first instinct? Reply back. Say something even harsher. End it right there. But this time, he pauses. Just for a few seconds, he puts the phone down, takes a breath, and asks himself, is this worth my energy? And suddenly, the anger starts to fade, not completely, but enough. Enough to see clearly. He doesn't reply. He sleeps. Next morning, he reads it again, and it doesn't feel as big anymore. That's the power of not reacting. Most people don't realize this. Your emotions are loud in the moment, but they don't last if you don't feed them. And here's where it gets deeper. Not everything deserves your attention, and definitely not everything deserves your reaction. But we've been trained to think the opposite. Reply fast, defend yourself, don't let things slide. But what if letting things slide is actually strength? Imagine walking through a street. Dogs bark at you. Do you stop and bark back? Of course not. Because you understand something simple. Not everything deserves a response. But when it comes to people, we forget that. We take everything personally, every tone, every look, every word, and we carry it with us all day, sometimes for years. Let me tell you another story. A girl posts something online, a simple post, but one comment stands out. Negative, mean, unfair. Out of hundreds of comments, that's the one she focuses on. She rereads it again and again. Her mood drops. She starts doubting herself. She wants to reply, to explain, to fight back. But here's the truth. That one comment only has power because she gave it attention. And this is where things change. Attention is energy. Where you place it grows. So if you keep reacting to negativity, you're feeding it. You're making it bigger. Strong people understand this. They don't give energy to everything. They choose carefully. But let's go deeper. Sometimes it's not about other people. Sometimes it's about your own thoughts. Overthinking, replaying conversations, imagining arguments, creating reactions in your own mind. You ever done that? Of course you have. We all have. You think about something someone said, and hours later, you're still reacting to it in your head. You're arguing, explaining, proving your point. But here's the truth. You're reacting to something that isn't even happening anymore. That's how powerful reactions are. They don't just affect the moment. They follow you. They stay. And this is why learning not to react changes your whole life. Mid-video rehook. But here's the part most people don't want to hear. If you react to everything, you will always feel tired, drained, controlled, like life is happening to you, not for you. But the moment you take back control of your reactions, you take back control of your life. Now let's talk about how this actually looks in real life. Not theory, real life. You're in an argument. Someone raises their voice. They expect you to do the same. That's the pattern. That's what always happens. But this time, you stay calm. You lower your voice instead. Or you stay silent. And suddenly, the energy shifts. Because they can't pull you into chaos, or you're at work. Someone takes credit for something you did. It burns inside. You want to call them out immediately, but instead, you wait. You choose the right moment. You respond with clarity, not emotion. And that makes all the difference. Or you're with friends. Someone makes a joke at your expense. Everyone laughs. You feel it, that sting, that urge to react. But instead, you smile. Not because it's okay, but because you're not letting it control you. And later, you address it calmly. This doesn't mean you become passive. It doesn't mean you let people walk over you. That's not what this is. This is about choosing your response instead of being controlled by your reaction. There's a big difference. Reaction is instant. Response is intentional, and intentional people win in the long run. Always. Here's something most people don't realize. When you react emotionally, you lose clarity. You say things you don't mean. You make decisions you regret. You damage things. that didn't need to be damaged. But when you pause, even for a few seconds, you give yourself space. And in that space, there's power. Another story. A man gets criticized in a meeting. Publicly. It's unfair. Everyone is watching. His first instinct? Defend himself immediately. But he doesn't. He listens. Takes notes. Says very little. Later, he responds calmly, with facts. No emotion, just clarity. And suddenly, people see the truth, not the noise. That's the difference. You don't need to win every moment. You don't need to prove yourself every time. You don't need to respond to every single thing. Because real strength is being unshaken. Think about the ocean. Waves hit the surface all the time. But deep down, it's calm, still, unmoved. That's how you want to be. Things will happen. People will talk. Situations will come. But you stay steady. And here's something beautiful. When you stop reacting to everything, you start noticing more. You see people clearly. You understand situations better. You make smarter choices. Because you're not blinded by emotion anymore, and slowly, your life becomes quieter, not boring, peaceful. You stop carrying unnecessary stress. You stop wasting energy. You stop giving your power away. And people notice. They feel it. They see your calm, your control, your presence. And that's when something shifts. Respect comes naturally, not because you demanded it, but because you earned it. Ending. Powerful close. At the end of the day, life will always test you. People will say things, do things. Situations will challenge you. That won't change. But you can change how you respond. You don't have to react to everything. You don't have to prove yourself. You don't have to carry every little thing. You can choose calm. You can choose control. You can choose peace. And the moment you do that, you become different. Stronger, clearer, unshaken, not because life got easier, but because you got better. So next time something happens, pause just for a moment and ask yourself, is this worth my reaction? Because not everything is, and the less you react, the more powerful you become. CTA. Soft. If this spoke to you, if you felt something shift inside, consider subscribing. There's more like this waiting for you.